I was just reminded today is the 10th of April. Last year, this time was the same day that I was kept as a doctorate graduate by His Excellency, the President. So for me, it's a nostalgic moment today. I'm standing here to deliver, to be a guest speaker today, not only as a Minister of Gender Equality and Child Welfare, but as a girl child right from this region, from Tutungeni, there by Queen's Park, they call it nowadays. Kantema, that's where I come from. So I just want to tell you that dreams are valid and you can achieve anything that you set your mind to. I would like in advance to congratulate the parents too because you have been there for our students that today we are able to witness how they are reaping the fruits of hard work. Director of Ceremonies, I would like to highlight the government's commitment to supporting the transition of the workforce. The Vice Chancellor has just indicated and gave you some tips how to remain humble, how to enter the workforce. And I would like to inform the graduates today that as government, we remain committed to ensure that opportunities are created for our graduates. And I would like to touch on a very few ones that I think today will be relevant. You may have seen in the papers, even yesterday when I was watching news, the Ministry of Finance has directed and introduced an apprenticeship and internship program, which I think is a very good opportunity for our graduates to tap on to ensure that you get the much needed exposure, to equip you with the much needed experience for you to be ready for the workforce. I urge the graduates to please step onto these opportunities. We are required in the OMAS to ensure that we take up apprenticeship, 12 to be trained for 6 months, interns for 6 months, and graduate interns for 2 years. So these are some of the opportunities, dear graduates, that you can benefit from. Now, as a new minister, I've already mastered my trade, and as the Ministry of Gender Equality and Child Welfare, I'm very proud to inform you that we do have initiatives that equip our young mothers, equip women and men in order for them to partake in entrepreneurial activities. We are fully aware of the jobs in Namibia that has diminished. The economy is not growing at a rate that would want to be. Hence, entrepreneurial activities has been identified as some of the initiatives that will help us to create jobs for ourselves and also to employ others. The ministry have an initiative, what we call Income Generating Activity Support Program. This empowers our communities, especially the women, to start or to expand on the micro businesses, prioritizing support for women who are facing economic disparities. The second initiative that I would like to share from the ministry is an initiative we call Entrepreneur. Entrepreneur is a program that builds the capacity of women and men. I'm very proud to say that so far we have a ratio of 70%, 30%. Why? Your Excellency, this is based on a study that was done on the informal sector, which then found that 70% of the informal traders are women and 30% are men. So on that basis, we do then capacitate the micro-entrepreneurs through a comprehensive business and life skills training. In addition, you may have seen when the budget for 2025-2026 was tabled, the Ministry of Finance have announced a youth fund where for this financial year, 200 million has been provided for under the DBN to ensure that graduates as yourself are equipped with the financial accessibility that we require for us to partake in the entrepreneurial activities. I thought you will give me a round of applause for that. Dear graduates, it all starts with a belief. Belief is the driving force, the power behind all great accomplishments, and that's the reason why we are here today. More than anything else is your desire that will determine if you will make it. And that's exactly where some of us are here where we are today. You will accomplish extraordinary things if you consistently and persistently follow the principles of success. Now, there are many facets of success, and as you embark on your next chapter, I would like to share with you some of the strategies from a leadership guru, John Maxwell. I'm sure we've all come across his literature that will help you to at least find your way and to be focused. I'll be sharing 5 Ds, and I hope that you'll make notes. Study never ends. You know, when I graduated with my first graduation, I was so excited. I was very happy that I've made it in life. And my father told me, no, this is only the beginning. And I couldn't believe it. I was like, what is he talking about? Is he not happy for me to graduate? But because of that encouragement, today I've reached level 10 of an academic qualification. The first D that I would like to share with you, dear graduates, stands for discover. Discover, in order for you to transform. The Vice Chancellor has just referred to academic institutions as a transformation for us to reach Vision 2030. In order for you to transform, you need to do research, isn't it? You need to know, where do I want to be? It will help you to know where you are. First of all, I've now graduated, I have my diploma, I have my degree, I have my master's degree, I have my doctorate. What then next? What are you dealing with? How to make adjustments? Chart your own course. As the saying goes, you are the masters of your own destiny, isn't it? So it's very important that you discover, you do research, you look at all the necessary options, you look at what you need to do for you to be where you are. Remember what they always say? It's always the how. It's always the why. Sorry, not the how. It's always the why. Why are you starting something that will keep you going, especially during those very challenging moments? The second D that I would like to share with you stands for design. This is the phase where, after you have now discovered where you want to be, you must now design. This is the phase where you figure out, how do I get there where I want to be? You must develop a roadmap. Set your compass for success. And as you do this, behavior is very key. As the saying goes, your attitude determines your altitude. You are what you feed your mind. That's very, very important. If you want to pursue your academic still to the next qualification, you must start reading, you must enroll. If you want to look for a job, you must make sure that your CV is well polished, you are well read, you are well prepared. Build your own door if there's no door. That's a challenge that we have. And as you do this, it's important that you find a mentor and a coach to support you. And when I talk of a mentor and a coach, I want to turn on my right-hand side of the hall, because I see a lot of parents that are here today. Parents, we must mentor our children. It's very important, parental involvement, very, very important. And I want to pause here and reflect on the 64% graduation rate. So it's very important we pay attention to the boy child as well. These are our own boys, right? They are coming from our houses. So if they are not here today, where are they? That's a discussion for another day, since I'm a minister of gender. The third D that I would like to share with you is deploy. Now that you have discovered, you have designed, it's time you deploy. With other words, execution, and be committed to your course. You know where you want to be. You know you have a way how to get there. You have a roadmap. But the most important thing now is to change from intentions to good actions. And here I want to share a riddle. There's a riddle of 5 frogs that were sitting on a log. And these 5 frogs decided to jump off the log. The question is, how many jumped off the log? None, because they only decided. So it's very important that you take action. So you move from intentions to good actions. Very important also, what you feed your mind and your body is important. Listen to podcasts, listen to motivational speeches, read a lot, read biographies. There are people out there who have done great things before us. Look at our former president. They left this country with a determination to ensure that Namibia is free. It was not rosy at all. But because they were determined on the course, today, 35 years, we are living in a free and independent Namibia. Every success that you will ever have is the product of your courage to act and your courage to endure. I will not elaborate on that one. The 4th D is document. Document the activities and the results is very important. Like the saying goes, you cannot manage what you cannot measure, isn't it? So when you put it down on paper, it's most likely that you have that, it will constantly remind you, and it's also forcing you to be accountable to what you have documented. Don't be scared to fail, because failure builds success. They say success is built on ashes. So that's why you need to document, so now and then you go back and see, am I still on track? If not, you need then to have corrective measures. The last D, graduates, that I would like to share with you is dream. We have now discovered where we want to be. We have designed how to get there. We have deployed in terms of the strategies to get where we want. We have documented all these strategies. Now it's time for us to dream. When you have figured out what you want to do, you have mapped out how to do it, documented, deploy it. Now it's time to dream and to build it bigger and better always, to refine it. Like they always say, you stop living when you stop dreaming. So it's very important that you imagine what success will feel like and how it will look like. Make the necessary sacrifices. The difference between a successful person and others is not the lack of strength, and it's also not the lack of knowledge, like for us today here, but rather a lack of will. These are the words I've borrowed from Vince Lombardi. If you do what it takes, for however long it takes, success is only a matter of time. And I think that's very important for us to ensure that we remain focused and we are driven. For those of you who would like to join the labor market, prepare to be the brand of UNAM. In your work, exhibit the values that you were taught at UNAM. We want to see the UNAM brand ambassadors. For those of you who would like to start your own business, innovation is key nowadays in order for you to survive this very competitive world that we are in today. Destiny is not a matter of chance, but it's a matter of choice. So the choice is yours. It's not something that you need to be waited for, but rather it's something to be achieved. As I conclude, dear graduates, parents, congratulations in advance, and to all the UNAM graduates, we would like to see you in the job market. We want to see you actively participating in the development of our economy. And to UNAM, well done, job well done, and we look forward to ensure that we close that gap, because ours is gender equality. I hope next time we come back here, we are not going to see that 64%, 36 ratio. Ours is really to see how do we increase and ensure gender parity. May you realize your dreams and help transform Namibia into a prosperous nation that we aspire to be. Thank you very much for the privilege of your attention.
May we give the Honorable Minister another round of applause, please.